All righty. I believe I'm live. Okay, so quickly tell me in the chat sections, guys, if you can hear me properly and if my screen is also visible to everyone. Yes. So hello everyone. Good evening, everyone. Yeah. Yeah, two certificates will be provided: completion and participation. Yeah, see, if you are able to if you have attended all the lectures, right, and yeah, so then you will be given the certificate of completion, right? But if in by any chance you forgot to attend any of the lecture, or if you have not filled the attendance sheet, then only you will be getting, yeah, yeah, as the team answers, then only you will be getting the certificate of participation, right? Cool. Good evening, Aman. Yeah. So quickly tell me, guys, if you can if okay, I have got the confirmation already. Right. So hello, good evening, Neha also. So as you know that we will be waiting till 3-4 minutes so that people can join in, right? Till then, you can also tell if you guys are enjoying this, and for those of you who have joined yesterday's session, right? I hope they are excited about today's also, because obviously the lecture will be there, but after the lecture, what we will also have the quiz, right? And what's special in the quiz? The thing that is special in the quiz is that a lots of learning is there, and whosoever scores whosoever performs the best, right, the top winner will be getting goodies, right, from us. And one very quick announcement again I have to make is that just assume that maybe the guy or the person who has won yesterday, right, who won yesterday, I think Sagar won yesterday, right? So just in case Sagar once again, right, so again, because we want to give everyone a fair chance, so we will not be considering him, but the person who comes next, right? So we will be giving him a chance and we will be giving him the goodies, right? So it's not like he will be skipping the first one, but just in case the previous winner, just in case, right, by chances he gets the winner again, then we will allow the next person to have the reward this time, right? Cool. If one of the lecture are missed, then give me the certificate. Okay, so yeah, so some people are raising issue about if just in case they missed one lecture, right? So if that is the scene, right, don't worry, right? I think we'll also be having one more, what do you say, an overall quiz at the day end, right? I mean, at the end of the every class, I mean, at the end of the whole boot camp, right? So then if you perform well, I think then you might also you might also have a chance to, what do you say, to grab the certificate of completion also. Right. So, anyways, if you have left, if you have missed one class, don't worry. It's totally cool, right? We'll make sure that you will come up with some solution, right? Okay. Hello, Radhe Radhe, Jaivir. Great. Yesterday attendance is locked or not sent. Yeah. So attendance link will be there in the description, right? Yes, as someone from the team directed. Cool, right? So I believe we have got decent participation. That's a good decision. Thank you. Great, Hitarth. Yeah, so 2 more minutes again, as you know, because people need to gather in. Yeah. Sir has told to two certificates may for those of you who suppose obviously you have completed the whole bootcamp, right? So you'll better be getting the certificate of completion, right? Rather than just getting certificate of participation. That's right. Yeah, cool. Right. So I think we should start now. Let's start by summarizing what we did right in the last class, right? And then we will move ahead with the remaining lectures. And as you know, I am repeating this again because please pay attention to what we are teaching, right? What we are dealing with it right now in the class, because I think from the last quiz also you have got this understanding. Attending class is necessary because whatever we discuss in the class is somehow the questions related to quiz are that only, right? We are not asking hi-fi questions that you need to google it, right? Just attend the lectures and you'll simply have some MCQ question based on that. Cool. I think everyone is clear now. Okay, please don't spam this, right, about attendance link. I told this will be in the description bar, right? Also, if you are only there for the attendance link, I don't think it is worth it, right? Just try to get the, yeah, I think the attendance is closed here right now, so please try to attend it. leave it, right? If you have like just in case missed the yesterday's attendance, leave it, right? It's not that a big issue, right? I told you there will be a quiz based upon all these 6 or 7 days, right? So if you even perform that in that what do you say, if you even perform good in that sense, then you'll be getting the what do you say, the whole certificate. Okay, thanks Somraj. Yeah, cool. So let's move like in fact before moving ahead, let's quickly recap what we did in the last class, right? So starting from day one, right, we introduced you to what is React, right? Why do we need to work with React? We created a folder structure, then we created our first hello world app, right? So that was done, right? In the second class, we discuss something called as what are class based components, what are functional based components, right? And what is the differentiation between them, what we preferably use. Then we also had a discussion around what is JSX, right? Then we had conditional rendering. We did, after rendering, what we did something called as props also, right? So all these things we did in the second class, right? In third class, what we discussed, that is in the yesterday's class, we discussed something called a state, right? We had a great discussion around it, right? What is state, why it is different from having a props, right? What are the facilities that comes with state. Then we looked into something called as hooks also, right? What are hooks, right? And it's hooks also, we did two important hooks. One is a use state, right? And second is what? Second is a use effect hook, right? So I also discussed this thing in brief with you all guys, right? What is this, how you can use that, right? And yeah, majorly we did that. And yeah, I think this was all we did in the last class, right? One more thing that we did is also about events also, right? What are events, right? Suppose if we click on any button, how you handle that event, right? And all these different things. We also had a PPT, right? We also had a very brief discussion around handling forms, right? Suppose if you are working around with forms, and how will you take the data, and how will you do all these simple steps. Although we didn't have a very great discussion around it because due to the limited span of time. And at the end of this thing, you know what happened, the quiz happened and we had a winner, right? And yeah, similar thing will also happen again now. So with that part, I think this is a quick recap of what we did in the last class. I hope you are good to go and you are charged up to start now. So let's start with the day 4 of the React Bootcamp, right? So let's quickly see what we have in the agenda, right? What we have in today's plate. Yeah. So this is your agenda. Just a minute. Yeah. This is the agenda for today's. First of all, first and foremost thing that we will be doing is learning about routings, right? What is routing in React, right? Now, if I have to give you an example, like what is routing? So like quickly, let's see this. If you are visiting a website or something, you have a home page, right? /home you have generally, right? And then you want to redirect user to a different page. Maybe it could be about, or it could be, you know, contact or anything like that. So how will you do that in your React app, right? So this is what we will be discussing in today's class. You might feel like this is very ordinary topic, right? Just redirect them to /route, or just redirect them to about route and contact route. But as we will move on, we will see like, is it very ordinary, or do we need to do some more things into that, right? Routing will be done first of all. Then the most important part, right, which most of the guys were asking, right, when I was giving you the introduction about the project. So like what will be what is an API, right? How do you work with an API, right? And for working with an API, we will be using an external package, right? That package will be called as an axios, right? What is axios, how you will work around with it. In fact, we'll give you like some live examples of APIs, and also we will fetch some data, right? I mean, just get some data and show this data on our page, on our React app, right? So we'll also be working with that. And at the end, we will we'll be looking into some external library, material UI, which will help us in building some designs or maybe building some UI components for our application, right? So we will just give you an overview around it and just one simple demonstration that how you can beautify your pages, right? Because till this time we are just adding our simple HTML and CSS, in fact not even CSS only, right? So we will see like how we can do all these things in a very short span of time, right? So I hope yeah, okay, yeah, I hope you will now have you are now charged up enough to start this. And as AMB off says, this is where the real development will start. Yeah, like partially it's true, right? Although we were discussing, we were developing in the last few classes also, but there was a little, what do you say, beginner friendly things over there, right? So that everyone here are on the same page and they won't have any problems while we tend to build our application, right? So till this point, we will be discussing each and everything. We will be concluding everything prerequisite regarding our application. From tomorrow onwards, we'll be diving deep, or we will be, you know, we'll be there in the war ground, and then we'll be starting our application, right? So yeah, cool. Yeah, axios mean I'll tell you, don't worry, I'll tell you what is axios and how many days of this bootcamp. Yeah, this is day 4 and we have 7 days of it, right? So yeah, material UI means I'll tell you, right? Or don't worry, don't panic, man. Kian Chaudhary, right? I'll tell you in between. Just be patient enough because this is just an introduction part. So if that is done, now let's move to the first point. The first point is about the routing, right? So as it says, right, let's quickly read out what our PPT says, and then we'll jump into the application. So it says that create React app doesn't include any page routing, right? What does that mean? You want to if you want to do this routing thing, you want user to redirect to about page, to any contact page or any other page, right? This does not come inbuilt with your React application, right? So this is one demerit of your React thing, right? Although it's not like you cannot use this routing thing in your React, right? You can use it, but you have to use an external library for that, right? So this is where you can read that React router is most popular in this section, right? I think I've written the incomplete statement, but yeah, that means ki React router is an external library, right? Which we use in order to use all these routing things, right? So now there is the, what do you say now, here is the the logical part of it, right? Ki how do we write it? There is something called as browser router, routes is there, route is there, all these things I will tell you, right? Meanwhile we are developing things, right? Because this does not make any sense ki we just go through the text and we just understand things, right? The real understanding happens when we do some things, right? So we will be doing the same thing, same logic over here, right? So I hope you might have got a little bit idea now. Although if you have not got it, don't worry, I will do an illustration or I will do a demonstration which will help you in getting the idea, right? What we will be building and what is the problem. So to tackle that, I have done one thing, right? This is our folder, right? As we all know. So we were already working with this my app, but I want to show you the routing, right, from scratch. Just a minute. Let me also connect it to my, got it. Yeah, so I was saying that we have done all these initial development with our Maya app, but since this was already overcrowded, right? We have created so many components, we have been working with this and that. Now I have created a separate folder. It's nothing fancy I have written over here. I've just created a simple folder, and I have also removed the non-necessary files, right? So that you are not feeling any what do you say? You're not feeling that uncomfortable thing, right? What is this file and why it is used? So everything that is definitely not required at this moment, I've removed that, right? So now we only have the same old structure, right? Which is not not even scary at all, right? Because this is what we have been doing since the day 1. So yeah, this is it. Now let's build a very simple thing, right? Let me show you that it still works. So I will write a h1 and I'll write hello world. Quickly, I want to show you this. This is exactly the same and this will work the same way. So not anything I've added, I've just created a folder by create React app, right? I hope you remember this. It will start the development server and within few seconds, boom, right? We have our simple looking hello world text over here. Now what I want you to do is, suppose we want to create 2-3 different components, right? And with all the 2-3 different components, what I want to do is I want to redirect to a different page or something like that, right? So how can I do that? Let's see, right? So suppose I will do one thing, right? If this is there, right? Let's make an href, right? Anchor href, and let's the user say if he wants to go to about, right? Then what we want to do? Let's create some simple components first of all, right? Let's not directly build it. Let's build 2 components, right? What I'm doing, I'm building 2 components, right? I hope everyone now has an idea what is component and how do we build it. So what I'm doing, see, I'll be creating a new file, right? .js, right? And again, I'll be creating one more file. Let's call it as about. See, I'm taking the simplest possible example so that you feel comfortable enough, right? So these are tools. And now can any one of you quickly help me? How do I create a component from here? I've used the extension, right? But that extension will help me in creating a component as simple as writing 2-3 words, right? So I will not wait for your answer to what do you say I will not for your answers to come because there is a lag and I cannot afford to take 50-30 seconds just for this one simple answer. So I'll quickly write it RFCE, and if I write it, you can see that we have a home route over here, a home component over here. Similarly, I will write RFCE over here also, and I have a simple about page also over here, right? So in this manner we have simply created two components, right? This is a home component and this is an about component, right? So what I want to do is I want to say that maybe if let's first of all import this thing. I will import home from home exactly, and I will import about from about. So yeah, about, and I will simply first of all write maybe if the user clicks on home, right, then we should, let's first of all say welcome to application, right? This is the message that the user will get at the home page, I mean in the default route, and then I will say click here to go to home, right? And I'll simply write the same line again over here also. This is what I will write, right? So this is the normal thing that you write in your pages, right? You just write an anchor tag and you just click on this and you will go over that part, right? So see, let's see over here. I need to give a break also. Yeah, it is coming over here. Now, can you see this? See, this is not working at this moment, right? The home component is not loading, or the about component is not loading. But please notice the change that is happening, right? If I'm clicking on any of this, right, please make sure that you look into this, like what do you say, this fav icon, right? If I'm clicking on any of this, can you see our application is loading, right? There is a loading sign coming over here. And if you have a slightest idea, right, what we discussed in the very first class of React is that the only benefit of using React, I mean, one of the major benefit of using React is that it does not allow the page to reload, right? So that there is very less time. I mean, your application works very efficiently, right? So what will be the what will be benefit if my application is reloading, right? So turns out that if you use such anchor tags, right, if you use such anchor tags to create routes in between your pages, right? If just in case you want to route to home page, or just in case you want to route to your about pages, and if you are using this anchor tag, it is not going to solve a problem. And rather it will create a problem that routing will affect our React application. Now our application is reloading. This is definitely not the thing that we want, right? So turns out that this is not a good thing, right? We don't want to go with that, but instead what we want to go is we want to create route in such a manner that this does not reloads our page, right? I hope this is clear to everyone now, right? Now let's quickly see if you have got any major doubts, right? If we have any, if we don't have anyone, then we'll quickly move ahead. Okay, cool. Selected every from every day we will select one winner only, right? Who's the top performer? Yeah, great. Certificate. Not. Yeah, please don't spam around this, right? This is just a, what do you say, just an attendance link, right? Let it be. RFC got great. Yeah, in Hindi, yes. Let me quickly explain all this thing in Hindi first of all, right? तो मैंने पहले आपको एक ओवरव्यू दिया, राइट, कि हम लोगों ने पहले की क्लासेस में क्या क्या किया था, तो ओवर में मैं दोबारा रिपीट नहीं करूंगा. सिंपल है, हम लोगों ने स्टार्ट किया रिएक्ट क्या है कैसे है, एंड देन उसके बाद हम लोगों ने उसके बाद हुक्स देखे, स्टेट्स देखे, कंपोनेंट्स देखे, अलग अलग चीजें देखे. आज हम लोग क्या कर रहे हैं, आज हम लोग मेजरली राउटिंग पे बात कर रहे हैं, राइट? राउटिंग पे क्या प्रॉब्लम आती है मैं अभी आपको दिखा रहा था. यहाँ पे मैंने आपको बताया, जैसे मान लो आपने कोई एप्लीकेशन देखी होगी, राइट, या कोई सिंपल वेबसाइट देखी होगी, उसमें अलग अलग राउट्स होते हैं, स्लैश होम, स्लैश अबाउट, स्लैश कॉन्टैक्ट, ऐसे ऐसे करके पेजेस होते हैं, राइट? तो अब प्रॉब्लम क्या आती है कि जब आप ऐसे पेजेस, मान लो आप अपनी रिएक्ट ऐप में बनाना चाहते हो, राइट, तो आप नॉर्मल HTML CSS से कैसे बनाते हो, href लगाते हो और उसके अंदर आप अपना राउट डालते हो और वहां पे आपका पेज रिडायरेक्ट हो जाता है, राइट? अगर यही सारी चीज, सेम चीज मैं अपने इस एप्लीकेशन में करूंगा, तो मेरे साथ प्रॉब्लम क्या आएगी कि मेरा एप्लीकेशन वहां चला तो जाएगा, बट प्रॉब्लम ये होगी कि मेरा पेज रीलोड होगा, राइट? जो सबसे बड़ी प्रॉब्लम है यहाँ पे. अभी मैंने आपको करके दिखाया था, ये पेज रीलोड हो रहा था ऊपर, अगर आपने किसी ने नोटिस किया हो यहाँ पे, तो ये लोड हो रहा था, रीलोड हो रहा था, जो मुझे नहीं चाहिए. क्यों? क्योंकि इससे मेरी रिएक्ट एप्लीकेशन का बनाने का जो फायदा था वो खत्म होता है. तो अब मैं आपको ये बता रहा हूँ कि अब हम क्या चीज एक्स्ट्रा यूज करने वाले हैं और उससे क्या बेनिफिट हो, राइट? सो yeah, so this is what we will be using. We will be using React Router DOM, right? React Router is the package that we will be using. In fact, if you want to Google it first of all quickly before starting, you can just React Router, right? Just click on this, I mean just search about this and you will get this link. right? It will tell you like React router is here, etc., etc. Now, one more update is that it is currently using version 6, right, which is the latest one, right? Earlier it was version 5, I think. 7-8 months ago it has launched its version 6 only, but we don't need to like worry about what is version 6 or 7, right? Only thing that we need to know is that routing ke liye we use React router, right? If you want to go with the documentation, if you want to read about all these things, you are good to go, but I don't think we will waste our time in doing so. I will quickly tell you what is the basic structure, right, and how we simply implement a routing in our application, right? We will not go into very much depth, right? How to do this, how to do that. We will simply learn about all these things which are required to us at this moment only, right? So yeah, if you want, if you have got any interest into reading this, please go ahead, please read it. But I think let's now focus on the implementation part first, right? So in order to use an extra library, right, you have to install it, obviously, right? So how will you install it? You will open up the terminal again, right? Right now you can see my one terminal is running, right? My application is running. So I will open up a new terminal from here. Now you can see that a new terminal I have opened, right? And I will install npm install, right? So this is how you install a package, right? In case if you don't know, right, this is how you install a package. Npm install you will write, and you will write the name of the package that you want to install, right? What package we want to install? We want to install React router DOM, right? One thing you need to know that if you are writing React router DOM in such a manner, right, by giving this much space, this will not download the right package. It will try to install React and then router in DOM, right? So if you want to include one package, right, you have to give, you have to, I don't know why it is not, arrow keys are not working, but yeah, React router DOM, you have to write it this way, right? So if you, as soon as you write this and if you hit install, what will happen? See, it will start downloading and it has successfully downloaded, right? Now, how will I know that this thing is downloaded or not, right? If you want, if you'll go to your package JSON, right? You remember this, I have told this earlier as well, right? Now there is an additional package called as React router DOM, right? And there is the version of it. Now, if you have slightest confusion, if you feel like, okay, this comes by default, right? This is not something you have added. So you can check with your original project also, right? Suppose if you create a simple project, this React router DOM will not be there, right? You have to separately download it, right? Separately install it on your systems. And how do you install it? I've already told. Npm install React router DOM, right? With this, what just happened? We have downloaded a package, right? React router DOM. Now let's see how do we work around with it, right? So I will not go into the documentation. I will quickly tell you, right? So there are three major things that we need to know, right? Let me quickly tell you. Yeah, there are three major things that we need to work. One is a browser router, right? Right. So this is a component, or this is a tag, whatever you want to say, right? This is a component that you have to use as a wrapper, right? This is a wrapper which you will use all around your routes, right? Suppose you are defining all your routes. Key, if I go to /home, right, I want my home component to render, right? I want this thing to render. Or if I go to my about route, I want my about component to render, right? So if this is what you want to do, right, all these routing things, you always have to wrap this around your browser router, right? This is again router, right? This is, you have to write it in pairs, and every route you have to include inside it, right? Again, you don't have to write exactly this way, right? Whatever is the syntax, I will tell you later, but this is the first thing that you need to do. Okay, so we will be directly doing it. First of all, let's quickly do this in action. Let's quickly do it, right? I will remove it, right? Or let's keep it anyways, right? What is the problem? It is causing nothing, right? So I will do browser router, I will write, but as you might have guessed it, right? Let's try doing it. It is giving us some errors, right? Why it is giving some error? Can anyone tell us, right? What could be the probable reason why it is giving us an error? As you can read with this, what do you say? With this warning, it says that it is not defined, right? Why it is not defined? Because we have downloaded the packet, but we have not told the browser router is from where we are taking this, right? So you have to go over here and you have to, like, what do you say? You have to import it. Similar manner, you have to write import, yeah, browser router, right? From where? From React router DOM. As simple as that. Again, this might be confusing for those of you who are joining for first or second time, right? I've already told why we are importing it this way, because this is a named export, right? This is not a default export. I won't go into depth now, but just for the clarity, this is a named export, right? So that is why this is written in this way. Yeah. So yeah, browser router is there, and now it is not giving me anything, right? This is cool, right? I have wrapped it around, but now how will I write all these routes, right? So once this browser router is there, now the second thing that you will do is you will do something called as routes, right? Routes only, right? I will, let me quickly like erase all of this, right? I'm writing it over here also, right? Or maybe let's write it in different manner, right? Because let's write with the simple with the formatted colors only, right? So what I told is, I told you something called as browser router will be there. Browser router will be there, right? Suppose this is our browser router ending over here. Now inside browser router, you have there is no space in between, right? Yeah, inside browser router you have to do two more things. What are those two more things? Whatever routes you are writing, right? Suppose you are writing home, about, all these things, you have to include them inside something called as routes also, right? Right. Up now you will ask, right, why we are writing this, why this is necessary, and all these things, right? The answer to that is, please go ahead and read the documentation. I am doing a simplified version of this for you right now, right? Because again, limited time and too much to deliver. That is why I'm giving you the short introduction around how you can work it. But just you need to like have this in mind. Keep outside we write a browser router, right, to wrap around all of our routes, and inside browser router we route something called as routes, right? This will tell us that all our routes are within this part only, right? Even inside this, right, the routes are still not there, right? Because you need to know, you need to write so many things now. So how do you write it is, it's you use something called as route now. Okay. So this is where the real fun begins, right? This is where the real routing begins even, right? So you will write route over here, but you also need to tell at which route you want to do, which you want to render which component, right? So the thing is pretty straightforward now. At route path equals to this, right? Path equals to, you will write maybe at slash, right? Slash means if you are at the home page of your application, right? Suppose if you are at localhost 3000 only, at this point, what do you want to render, right? Suppose at this point, I want to render a home component, right? So I will write what? I will write element. I'm writing element for short. And after element, I will write the component name, right? I will write home. With this, what will happen? With this, nothing fancy will happen, but one route will be defined, right? When that route will be, if I visit on slash route, I will be displaying the home page, the home component, right? Even if you don't want to render a component, or if you just want to send one simple line, you can also do it, right? If that part is clear to everyone, right? What I've written, right? What I'm trying to explain, or even if it is still not clear, don't worry. I will show you the demonstration, and then it will probably get clear to everyone, right? Let me write it straight away now. Browser router is there. Again, I will write route. In fact, routes, right? It is again showing me the error. Why it is so? Because you know what is the problem? The problem is that I need to require this also. So I am again requiring routes from where? From React router down. And again, I will be using route also. So it's fine. I mean, it will be good that I will import it right away, right? So I have imported browser router, routes, and route at the same time, right? Routes are there. Inside routes, I have to do the routing part now, the real routing part. Yeah, as you can see in the suggestion bar, as it says, right? Yeah, just let it be. Just start writing route, route, right? And then we write path, right? Path could be anything. Let's give us slash only, right? If we go to the slash part, then we will show what? Then we will show our home component, right? So how we show that? We write this, and inside, yeah, we just write home, right? And again, to close this out, I think let's close it by this part only. Yeah. So if that is done, what we have successfully done is, if the user goes on to slash route, or if the user just go to localhost 3000, he will be shown the home part only, right? Let's remove this part, right? So that you know this is not coming. And what we can expect? We can expect a home page. I mean, we can expect a simple home written over here as soon as we visit on our localhost, right? I click on this, see, this is right now about, so that is why it was giving an error. Now, can you see this, right? We have not written anything. Now, some of you might have this confusion, there is no slash, right? Why it is still showing home, right? We have given, if there is a slash, then only give us home. See, slash mate is also giving, but slash also meant disappearing, right? So the thing is that if you go to your normal URL, right? Suppose if I say that I have a, domain or anything like that, maybe let's say that I have this domain, right? ABC. I have this domain called as abc.in, right? So if this is my domain, this is exactly same as saying abc.in/, right? So that is why if we are even visiting to our localhost 3000, or if even if we are visiting to localhost 3000 slash, this is exactly the same. That is why it is giving us home at every point. Right now, I hope this routing is clear to everyone. Right. Let me quickly I want you guys to help me now. I want to show a about component, right? As soon as I visit on slash about, right? So can anyone help me with that quickly? I want answers. Yeah. So I'll not wait for your answers to arrive. I'll quickly write it. I mean, let me like take the suggestion only, because why to write the same repetitive stuff again? So yeah, with that, what will happen if I visit on slash about? I will be redirected to what? I will be redirected to about page. Yeah, let's quickly write on this part, right? Let's write about and boom. Right now we are over about, and yeah, and if I write over, if I just go to home, see, I am going back to home now. Simple, yes, right. As you are like answering, this is the simple way how you implement your routings, right? Now there can be like multiple things with it, right? Suppose if the user gives any extra thing, right? Suppose if I give slash abcd, anything like that, and if I run this, right, what is happening? Nothing is happening, right? There is nothing showing in my page. But this I don't want, right? I want at least if the user visits any other route, right, maybe anything that is not defined with us, what the user should get, error 404 or any particular thing, right, which we want the user to see, because we have seen this in multiple pages, right? Or maybe in like what do you say, in multiple different sites, right? Suppose I take this example only. I'll github slash abcd, anything I will write, right? If I hit on this, see, can you see this? Right, it says that error 404, this is not defined, this is not the page that you are looking for. So we can also do the same thing. Obviously we will not be, designing this in such a way, right? We are not working on the designs right now, but anything we want to show a page at least, right? So that we know this is something the user have entered by mistake. So for that, I will first of all create a new component, new file. I'll call it as maybe error.js, right? And I'll simply RFCE again, create a component, error 404 page. Cool, right? As simple as that. Once we do it, you know what to do. Just copy this, and we also have to import the error page. Import error from error, yes. And I will write slash error from here. And now what to write over here, right? This is a confusion you might have. Now what do I write here, right? I will not manually write if the user write ABCD, then only show this. If the user write ABCDE, then only show this. So the simple answer to that is you just write a star over here, right? Star will make sure that anything except all of this above will be handled by this error component, right? So now let's see this again. See, you can easily see it, right? I am on the different page. Even if I write any other sort of thing, right, it will always tell me this particular thing, right? So this is how it works, right? And this is how the routing works. Cool, right? Yes, all of you are right? And this is a simple thing around, what do you say? This is a simple thing around routing in React JS, right? So how do we implement routing? We implement routing using something called as React Router DOM. Obviously, there are so many things around it, but just that we have so many other things to cover. This is everything that we are looking at this moment, but obviously we will be using so many other things while working with project. So I will explain all of this thing at that moment only, because if we will go with the flow, then we will have a better understanding, right? Cool. I don't think we have any major questions, right? Even if we have any major questions, right, we will take that at the end. Again, I will explain this in Hindi for some of the people, right, who are asking for it. तो देखो, अभी हम लोगों ने कंपोनेंट्स वाला पार्ट कर लिया, राइट? मैंने आपको ये भी बता दिया कि आपको राउटिंग आप उसमें पॉसिबल नहीं है, मतलब बिना आपके पास रिएक्ट में बाय डिफॉल्ट आपको राउटिंग नहीं मिलती है, राइट? तो वो आप एंकर टैग लगा के कर सकते हो, वो कर सकते हो, बट वो एफिशिएंट तरीका नहीं। एफिशिएंट तरीका क्या है आपके पास? आपको रिएक्ट राउटर एक पैकेज है, एक इनफैक्ट लाइब्रेरी आप समझ लो, राइट? वो लाइब्रेरी आपको इंस्टॉल करनी होती है। कैसे करते हो? बहुत सिंपल है, npm इंस्टॉल रिएक्ट राउटर डॉम। आपने जैसे ही वो लिख दिया, आपके सिस्टम में वो डाउनलोड हो जाएगा। कैसे पता लगेगा आपको पैकेज जेसॉन में ये देखने को मिलेगा, राइट? रिएक्ट राउटर डॉम, और उसका वर्जन, करंट वर्जन हम लोग 6 वर्जन यूज कर रहे हैं उसका, इसलिए यहाँ पे 6 ही मिलेगा आपको, ठीक है? और मैं सजेस्ट भी करूंगा कि 6 पे ही जाना, क्योंकि अभी ये रिसेंट लॉन्च हुआ है। 6 से पहले 5 यूज कर रहे थे काफी लोग, आपको काफी ट्यूटोरियल 5 के मिल जाएंगे, राइट, वो मत यूज करो क्योंकि 5 थोड़ा सा व्हाट यू से 5 काफी कम यूज हो रहा है, तो अब धीरे धीरे यूज भी कम होने लगेगा, तो 6 का ही यूज करने की कोशिश करो। 6 में कुछ माइनर चेंजेस है, अभी हम उस पर नहीं जाएंगे क्या चेंजेस है कैसा है। या तो अभी ये हो गया, तो उसके बाद हम लोग क्या करेंगे, हम लोगों को एक प्रॉपर स्ट्रक्चर फॉलो करना होता है। सबसे पहला स्ट्रक्चर होता है ब्राउजर राउटर, आपको कंपोनेंट यूज करना रहेगा, उसके अंदर ही आप सारे राउट्स लिखोगे, राइट। चाहे आप एक राउट लिख रहे हो, 2 लिख रहे हो, 10 लिख रहे हो, सारे आपको उसके अंदर लिखने पड़ेंगे। उसके अंदर आप एक और कंपोनेंट यूज करोगे राउट्स बोल के, राइट। वो आपके सारे उनको टैकल करेगा, सारे का ग्रुप बनाएगा, और जो एग्जैक्ट आप राउट लिखना शुरू करोगे, जो भी आप राउटिंग करोगे वो आप राउट कंपोनेंट के अंदर लिखोगे। और राउट के अंदर आपको 2 एट्रीब्यूट्स आप बोल सकते हो देने पड़ेंगे। पहला एट्रीब्यूट देना पड़ेगा आपको कि क्या पाथ चुनोगे आप, राइट। जैसे मैंने ऑलरेडी बताया, सपोज करो आप स्लैश होम पे जाते हो, स्लैश अबाउट कॉन्टैक्ट पे जाओगे, तो आप पाथ लिखो, उसके बाद जिस भी राउट को आप हैंडल करना चाहते हो, टैकल करना चाहते हो, आप यहाँ पे सिलेक्ट कर लो, एंड देन मतलब यहाँ पे लिख दो, एंड देन वहाँ पे आप जा सकते हो। दूसरा चीज है आप एलिमेंट लिखोगे। एलिमेंट बोले तो आप वहाँ पे क्या शो करना चाहते हो, राइट। अगर आपके पास कंपोनेंट है, आप कंपोनेंट शो करना चाहते हो, तो आप डायरेक्ट कंपोनेंट का नाम लिखो। अगर आपको सिर्फ कोई पर्टिकुलर लाइन शो करनी है, राइट, अगर आपको चाहिए यार ये नहीं लिखना है, सिर्फ एक लाइन ही लिखनी है JSX में, HTML में, तो आप वो डायरेक्ट यहाँ लिख सकते हो कंपोनेंट लिखने के बजाय, राइट। एज सिंपल एज दैट। तो ये चीज़ है। मैंने एक चीज़ और बताई आपको इसमें कि आप जब आप वो करोगे व्हाट यू से कि आप एरर 404 वाले पेज बनाओगे, राइट, कि जैसे मानो आपने 2-3 राउट लिख दिए, बट यूजर ने कुछ गलती से कुछ और क्लिक कर दिया या कुछ और टाइप कर दिया बार में, राइट। तो उस टाइम पे क्या कर सकते हो आप, उस टाइम पे आप ये कर सकते हो कि अगर कुछ भी एक्स्ट्रा लिखा हो तो वो एक एरर पेज शो करने लगे। जैसे मैंने भी आपको एक गिटहब का एग्जांपल दिखाया, तो उसके लिए आप यहाँ पे स्टार लिख दो। स्टार लिखोगे तो क्या होगा, जो भी ऊपर से बच गया, राइट, इनके अलावा और कुछ भी आएगा तो उसके लिए आपको ये यहाँ पे रीडायरेक्ट कर देगा, राइट। तो ये चीज़ है बस। ठीक है, चलो। तो आई थिंक अब ये सबको क्लियर हो गया होगा, राइट। अब हम आगे नेक्स्ट टॉपिक पे बढ़ सकते हैं, राइट। व्हाट इज द नेक्स्ट टॉपिक? नेक्स्ट टॉपिक इज APIs, right? So this is the like relatively what you say important one, because we will be working around with APIs like in the majorly in the project, right? So we need to know like we need to understand APIs properly, then we will be like able to have a very good understanding around it. So this is just a like me open this in full what they say full mode, right? So yeah, this is the API, right? What is an API, right? If I just go by the definition, it says that APIs are nothing but application programming interface, right? It is the full form of it, right? And this lets you, I mean, in simplest possible word, it lets you communicate between two systems, right? Just like this example is, if you are a user, right, or if you are a customer or something, and if you visit a restaurant or something, right, so you are the visitor and there is a kitchen area or there is a chef's area, so you cannot directly go to the chef's area, you cannot directly go to the kitchen area, and you can you know, tell the chef ki please make this one for me, or please I want this thing, right? So you have to go through a communicator, right, or you have to go through a middleman, that is a waiter generally, right? So you tell him like I want this, and he will tell, or he will pass your information to the system, and then you know, if he has some information to get from the backend server, he will take it from here, and then he will pass the same information to the user, right? It's that simple. Now this is the information, right? Now you might have some generic questions around like why do we even need to like create this API, right? Why there is a need of middleman? Can we directly go to the application and we can directly like you might have seen this, right? Ki there are some stalls only, right? Some stalls on food stalls on road or something, right? Some corner areas in college corners or something. You can directly contact with the chef or the person who is making all these things, right? So what is the change is that ki suppose you will directly go or you will directly contact with him, right? So sometime what happens is ki you might cause some problems, right? What problems you might cause? If everyone starts visiting the kitchen, right, then there is a mess, or the privacy or the hygiene that they are trying to make is not you know, will not be implemented, right? So this is a layman example. But if I talk about what do you say, a technical example, so I hope everyone over here has, you know, has worked with the some, you know, has even booked some flight tickets, train tickets, or have done even some payments also, right? So what happens with all these payments or stuff like that? Suppose if I talk about Book My Show only. So Book My Show allows you to book flight tickets or book train tickets. So suppose let's take an example ki Book My Show is a person and who will directly go into railway server, or who will directly go into maybe flight server, and who will book the whole ticket for you, right? So if you allow any external system or any external application to do all these commands on your server, then it is a little bit problem, right? Why problem? Because an external application is accessing your whole backend, right? This should not be allowed, right? Suppose if I have my home, or maybe anyone is visiting to my home, or anyone is doing any other stuff that he wants to do, right? It is a threat to my privacy, right? So I will say that I won't allow everyone to visit my system. I will only allow some specific person, and those specific person will only be allowed to do some specific tasks only, right? Suppose I will say that maybe book my show server or the book my show API will do one thing. He will just visit my server and he will just be allowed to do a ticket booking or cancellation. That's it, right? Even that thing will be done after proper verification, right? So this is about API, and this is like a layman around a layman technical layman, or what you say, a little bit technical information around it, right? So this is the major thing that you need to know, right? And how we will implement it, what are the example of it, what does an API looks like, I will show you all these things just in a while, right? I hope everyone is comfortable at this point. Yeah. Also, I will explain this in Hindi just in a minute, right? So I think there is no problem with it. Yeah. If that is clear, now we will move to the next part. That is, how do we call an API, right? Or what is an API? I will show you just in a while, in a moment. So I will go to my browser and I will I have like search one API for you guys, right? That is catfax API. Yeah. So this is an API, right? APIs just look like a normal URL, right? Just you make a call on maybe www.google.com or www.facebook.com, anything like that. It's just like that. But let's go over here, right? I am not going into the documentation. I'm just calling this. Yes, right? I hope you can see this, right? This is an API, and it is responding me an answer. It is giving me an answer. Also, let me JSON viewer. I had this extension, but right now I don't know where it could went, right? So I'm just installing an extra extension, right? What this extension will help me in doing is, see, right now it is very small answer that I'm getting, right? And it is not in a proper format. So I am installing an extension, right? Which will help me in like formatting this thing. Cool, right? Now you can see this is now in a very better format. So if I'm calling this, what will happen is it will give me some random facts about cats, right? So suppose some server is there. Let me give you a demonstration. Right. So if this is the whole server, right? And if this is the person, if this is you only, or if this is me, right? I want to access all the facts that the person have written over this API, right? So if all these codes are written over here, and I cannot literally go over here and read all these things, right? So what they have done is they have made an API for that, right? Let's write this within new pen. There is an API which will tell me, I will directly ask this API and I'll say, yeah, I want the cat facts, right? Facts and facts. I want facts, right? I want facts. I want it, right? So this is what I will ask, and he will go on my behalf and he will fetch some facts from here, and he will throw these facts to me, like take this, right? Take this thing. So this is how an API is working. It's just like a normal URL or something, right? Which will make a call on your behalf, and it will give you the answer that you want. What's cool about this fact is that, what's cool about this API is that you will refresh it, right? You will reload it. See, can you see this? A new fact is there, right? Long muscular hind limbs, enable snow leopards to leap in this. This is how this is a cat fact. Okay, I think leopard are also cat, right? So that's why it's giving me. Also, let's refresh this. See, the oldest cat on record was this from Austin, Texas. See, like there are multiple facts that you can read, and I think if you're a cat person, it is a gold mine for you, right? Yeah, this is just an API, right? Now, I think visually you know what an API looks like. Now it is up to us how we will implement it. I will just tell you in a moment. Till then, let me explain this whole thing in Hindi first of all, and then we'll move ahead. Yeah. So देखो API में हम लोगों ने क्या डिस्कस किया. API में हम लोगों ने ये आपको बताया कि यार APIs होता क्या. अगर मैं इसको ऊपर लेवल से बताऊं तो APIs को सिंपल भाषा में आप ये बोल सकते हो कि दो अलग अलग सिस्टम है, राइट? आपको उन दोनों के बीच में कम्युनिकेशन करना है. जैसे ये एग्जांपल मैं आपको दिखा रहा था. यस, आपको इन दोनों के सिस्टम के बीच में कम्युनिकेट करना है. एक यूजर है और एक शेफ है, राइट? या फिर किचन एरिया है. तो आप क्या करते हो, एक डमी या फिर आप एक मिडिल मैन को का हेल्प लेते हो, जो क्या करेगा, आपके बदले का कम्युनिकेशन करेगा. यूजर से इन्फॉर्मेशन लेगा. सी यू कैन सी कि यूजर से रिक्वेस्ट लेगा और ये रिक्वेस्ट एप्लीकेशन को पकड़ाएगा. एप्लीकेशन से रिस्पॉन्स लाएगा और वो यूजर को पकड़ा देगा, राइट? इतना सिंपल है. इसके अगर मैं कुछ आपको एग्जांपल बताऊं, राइट, रियल लाइफ में जो आप देखते हो, तो जैसे आपने पेटीएम यूज किया हो, बुक माई शो यूज किया हो, और भी बहुत सारे अलग अलग एप्लीकेशंस यूज किए होंगे जो आपके बदले के फ्लाइट टिकट बुक्स करते हैं, या फिर जो आपके बदले के पेमेंट करते हैं, राइट? या फिर जो भी आपके बदले के और कुछ काम करते हैं. तो आप सपोज करो गूगल पे का एग्जांपल लेते हैं, राइट, या फोन पे का एग्जांपल लेते हैं। फोन पे से जब आप एप्लीकेशन जब पेमेंट करते हो तो आपको क्या लगता है, फोन पे क्या पूरा हमारे बैंक के सर्वर में चला जाता है? मतलब हमारे बदले के बैंक के सर्वर में जाके चेंजेस तो नहीं करेगा वो, राइट, क्योंकि बैंक किसी को पूरा सर्वर पूरा एक्सेस थोड़ी देगा। आप बैंक के सर्वर का एक्सेस पूरा किसी को दे दोगे तो वो तो किसी का बैलेंस भी चेंज कर देगा, किसी के ट्रांजेक्शन बढ़ा देगा, किसी का और कुछ काम कर देगा, राइट। तो ये चीज़ सिक्योर नहीं है। तो इसके लिए हम लोग क्या करते हैं, एक प्रॉपर पाइपलाइन बनाते हैं, आप समझो, या फिर एक प्रॉपर मिडल मैन बनाते हैं जो सिर्फ एक पर्टिकुलर टास्क ही कर पाएगा, राइट, जिसको सारे टास्क करना अलाउड नहीं होगा। और उस टास्क को करने के लिए भी हम कुछ वैलिडेशन करते हैं, राइट। वैलिडेशन वाला पार्ट में अभी नहीं जाऊंगा, राइट, कि क्या होता है वैलिडेशन, कैसे करते हैं। जस्ट ये समझो कि उसके पास एक प्रॉपर की होगी, ये सेशन टोकन हो गया, फिर कुछ होगा जिससे हम वेरीफाई करेंगे कि ऑथराइज है कि नहीं, दैट्स राइट। अब जब वो चीज़ वेरीफाई हो जाएगी तो हम उससे वो ट्रांजेक्शन करने देंगे, या फिर जो भी वो काम करने आया था वो काम करें। इसका एक लाइव एग्जांपल मैंने आपको अभी दिखाया कि एक सिंपल सा मैंने एपीआई यूज कर रखा है जिसमें आपको ना की देने की जरूरत पड़ती है, ना कुछ देने की जरूरत पड़ती है। कैट फैक्ट्स निंजा डॉट फैक्ट, आई मीन कैट फैक्ट निंजाज, वो है आपकी एपीआई का नाम। इसमें जब आप फैक्ट पे जाओगे तो आपको रैंडम फैक्ट्स मिलेंगे, राइट। जितनी बार भी आप उसको रिफ्रेश करोगे, रीलोड करोगे, ये आपको नया फैक्ट ला के देगा, राइट। इनफैक्ट दिस इज अ कूल फैक्ट कि अ ग्रुप ऑफ कैट इज कॉल्ड एज क्लाउडर, राइट। ओके, दिस इज अ वेरी न्यू इन्फॉर्मेशन दैट आई एम गेटिंग कि ओके द ग्रुप ऑफ कैट इज नाउ कॉल्ड अ क्लाउडर, राइट। चलो, तो ये चीज़ है मेन चीज़, इसमें समझ जाएगी। ये लेंथ वाला भी एक फैक्टर है, इसको इग्नोर करो अभी के लिए। बस आप ये समझो कि आप एपीआई पे कॉल करते हो तो एपीआई कुछ आंसर ला के देती है, राइट। आंसर आपका कैसा दिखाई देता है, जेसॉन के फॉर्मेट में, राइट। सो वट एवर आंसर यू जनरली गेट आफ्टर एन एपीआई इज जनरली अ जेसॉन फॉर्मेट, राइट. So this is how you work around with API, right? This is generally an API, and I hope you have got a decent idea around it, right? Now, yes, I think there is one doubt. Google is a search engine. Yes, exactly, right. Google is a search engine and it has multiple APIs, right? In fact, the API that we will be working is a YouTube API, right? So YouTube API will help us in fetching this information, right? Because I will say that ki chalo I will make a YouTube, right? And YouTube में information कहाँ से आएगा, right? Where will I be getting the information from, right? There are multiple videos, multiple users have published it, you know, there are multiple views on it. All these things are there. So I will not be writing everything from my scratch, right? So I will be getting this information from YouTube's API, right? Which is free to use, right? We are not using any paid thing. I will tell you about this later, right? As we will start working on it. Cool. So this is how about API, right? Now next thing is about axios, right? So this is a very cool thing because you don't want to just call API from your browser every time, right? You just don't want to make this call, you just want to run it on your browser and just make a call, right? Because you want to work with this thing on your application also, I mean on your page also, right? You want this कि यार ये मेरे page पे चल जाए, right? I want this fact to come on my page. So how will you work around with it is कि there are generally like majorly people use two methods, right? What are these two methods? One is people use generally developers, what they use is there is pen, yeah, they use fetch method, right? Fetch method or fetch function, what do you want to call it, whatever you want to call it. So this is a method, right, which will help you to call a particular API and get the answer from it. This is they also use. Then there is something called as axios, right? So axios is what? Axios is a library, right? Let me quickly tell you. This is not a not a library, but it is a package. Sorry about that. It is a package. It's not a framework. It's not anything like that. It is some functionality, right, which helps us in getting calls on API and getting the answers from that. It's as simple as that, right? So it will help me in getting the calls. Although I can use the fetch method, which is inbuilt, but this is not very strong, and you know this is a native version. So that is why I will be working with axios and not with fetch API. Fetch method, right? Cool. Let's quickly work on this, right? Yeah, all these things, I think browser route and all these things are there, right? Let's quickly come to our home component, right? And I will start like fetching API in this part only, right? So what I will do is, first of all, since this is an external package, right? So what we will do, we will again install it. How do we install it? npm install, and we will write axios, right? Axios. And after writing this, let me quickly also show you. See, there is no axios, right? Cannot see anything written as axios over here. Once this is downloaded, you will find an axios written over here. Yes, right? Now you can see that axios is over here. Yeah. Just a minute. Just a minute, guys. Yeah, so sorry. Yeah, now you have now you can see the axios is written over here, and now how we will work around with it is very simple, right? Again, if you want to read more about axios, how we can read it is just go to Google and write axios, and there is the package. You can spend your time and you can read more about it, right? This is it is called as a promise based HTTP client, etc., etc. All these things might be, yeah, all these things might be a little bit might be going as a bouncer from you for your head, right? What is bouncer, I mean, what is promise, what is HTTP client? But let it be, right? It's there, so let it be. We will not change this, or we will not go into much of this depth. The only thing that we need to do is we need to know, like, it helps in getting this API, right? In fact, let's see what we have written in our PPT. We have written that it is in, again, the same definition from there also, right? Kit is HTTP based client library that allows you to make request to a given endpoint, right? Endpoint is also similar to API, right? People generally, in fact, developer generally called APIs as endpoint also, right? So every time you see, or every time you hear me saying endpoint, right, it's exactly same as calling an API, right? So the only thing that matters to us is that it helps you make a request on that and getting answers from that. So using Axios in React is fairly simple. It's very simple. You just need three things. What three things do you need? You need an existing React application, which we have already built. You need to install npm. You need to install Axios with npm, which is already there, right? And the third important thing is you need to have an endpoint to work around, right? You need to have an API, right, in order to call it. So what API will we be using? We will be using our same old catfax API. So all these things are already here. Now quickly, let me show you how do we work with it. I will not take much of your time, don't worry, right? I'm almost about to end it in a very short time now. So the very first thing that you will be doing is, maybe home is right. Let's first of all create a button. Button. I will write. Okay, I think I need to write it inside this. See, let me quickly answer me this, right? This is giving me an error. Why it is giving me an error? Can anyone tell me? Let's see how many of you can understand this. Quickly, I want answers. Till then, I will go to the next point, right? Because I cannot afford to give so much time. I hope you will be able to answer me, right? Because the answer is that I can only return one part, right? So I have to club it up inside extra component, right? Inside an outside component. That is why I was not able to do it. Anyways, let's quickly show H1. Click button to call API, right? That's simple. And I will write a button over here and I will write click. Okay. So as you can see, if we go to our home page quickly, yeah, if we are over here, now you can see that it says that click the button to call API, right? The spelling is a little bit off, but anyways, right? Now nothing is happening. Now here comes our prerequisite knowledge, right? The first thing that we will be doing is what? The first thing that we will be doing is writing an on-click function. On-click, not function, but event. Inside it, I will call a function name. I'll just write a function name, right? I will define this function overhead. Why I'm not doing this? Because writing a whole function inside this might get a little bit messy. That is why I will just call, maybe let's give this name as fetch API. Right? You might get confused around the fetch name, or let's call it simple API only, call API. So this is a function name which I will be implementing, right? So I have given a function name called as call API. And as soon as you click on this button, what will happen? The call will be done, right? So I will now write this whole function over here. I will write function, yes, call API. And this is a function that I will be writing, right? Let's quickly do one thing. Let's see if this thing is working or not. So if I go to my page and if I open up my console, yeah, let's reload it. Yeah, if I click on this click part, can you see a call API thing is printing over here, which means that as soon as I click on this button, something is running. The function is is running cool, is running fine. Now quickly I will not take much of the time, or I will not explain so many things. I'll just explain one simple thing. How do you work with API, right? How do you work with an Axios? So again, if it is an external package or something, you want to use it, you have to import it again. Import Axios from from Axios. Simple as that. Once you do that, you now have the access to Axios. Let me quickly tell you the syntax of working around with Axios, right? So first thing that you write is write Axios, right? Then you write method, right? What method you want to call it. Second thing that you write is immediately after method, right? In fact, let me write the statement first of all, right? Syntax of using Axios, right? So you write Axios, then you write method. What is the method? I will not go into it, but I will tell you just in a short way. Method के बाद you write then case, right? Then case. then case bole to suppose if the answers comes to you, right, since this is a promise based, right, for those of you who don't have idea about ES6 fundamentals, right, I told you that ES6 fundamentals will be required, but just in case you don't know, right, what is ES6 fundamentals and all these things, don't worry. As simple as that. Suppose if you call on a HOD, yeah, just in case if you call on a system, right, or if you make a Google search only, or if you just hit anything, what could be the possible outcomes? Possible outcomes could be two only, right? If that thing will be successful, you will get the answer. Or if the thing is not successful, if there is any error by chance, you will get the error message. As simple as that, right? Nothing except will that, nothing aside of this will happen. So then only what we will do is we will write the then case over here, right? That means if the result is successful, then we will run this function, right? If this is not the case, then we will run a catch case, right? Or in fact, I should write success case, success, and then we will write fail case, right? Just like try and catch you do in your like Java programming and all these things, right? Similar thing is over here. Now I will not take much of the time to explain this, just that I am writing get. Why I'm writing get is, suppose you want to make a call on any external system, you can make call in 2-3 different manners. One is a get manner. Get manner will just give you the information, right? Second thing is put manner. Put manner will like post manner, sorry, right? Post manner will do what? It will try to write some information to that system. Then there is update, then there is delete, right? Let's not go there over there. Just understand that whenever we are just reading some data from the API, we will just make a get call. Inside get call, I will write the API name, right? I mean, I'll just write the API endpoint. Where is that API endpoint? Yeah, this is the API endpoint. I will just write it over here, and I will write this inside this. Now, after this, what will happen? What is the next step? The next step is the then case, right? We write then. See, this is predefined. I'm not defining rest as my own thing, right? Then is already there, right? Then we write catch. If you are a little bit like worried about this, or if you have a little bit less idea about it, don't worry, just understand what's happening. Hopefully you will get it in no time. So in then I will write a function, or maybe if you just want to console the data, you can also do it, right? But I will want to write a arrow function inside it, right? I want to say like console log the success is there, and then I want to do what? Like not even success, I just want to like write the whole data what is there, right? So I like console log not success, I'll just want the response to be there, right? And now where the response will come? Response will come as a parameter from there, and I'll just print it. If this is the case, again I'll write this part over here, and I will call this as an error, and I will log the console. I mean, I log the error. Console.log error, right? Now let's see what happens, right? I know this is a little bit tough. This might be a little bit like non-understandable stuff for you. Why we are writing this fancy thing inside it, right? What is this res and all? It's simple as that. I'm running a function inside it that will return. I mean, that will run if this case will be successful, right? If we have a then case, if the answer is there, right, then we will log this, and the answer will be written, and the answer will be provided in the response. If this is not the case, the error case will run, and the answer will be provided in the error case. Let's quickly go to over here, and let's reload our page, and let's see what happens if I click on this. Okay, can you see this, right? Inside this area, see this, right? The data is finally here, right? Some response is there. It has too many it has too many fields. One is configuration, right? Many things are there. Then there is something called as data, right? Data is the field where all the information comes in, right? What is the fact, right? What is the length? If you like see on this part, if you like focus on this part, you will find out that whatever information we were seeing over here, right? Whatever information we were getting over here, the same thing now is now visible inside this data area. It's simple as that. Then there are headers, right? Headers are what? Headers will tell you like what is the response. I mean, how did he call it and all these things. Then there are requests which will tell you like what is the error code and all these simple things, right? So yeah, these all things were there, but since I don't want you to bother much, so I will not go into that part. The only thing that we will be doing is we will be just interested into the data value, right? So I will not print this part, or I will directly print data, error dot data dot value, right? Let's see what will we print if this will happen now. In fact, not data dot value, but data dot fact. Why I'm printing data dot fact? Because this information, this relevant information was inside data, and inside data we had fact field which will just print the information for us. I'll reload it and I'll click it on again. Boom. Can you see the information is here? Approximately 24 cat skins can make a coat. So with that part, I think we are clear around axios. I will quickly iterate this part very shortly for the Hindi audience also. या सो देखो मेन पार्ट हम लोगों ने क्या किया, एक्सियोस आप क्या करते हो, कॉल करने के लिए यूज करते हो एपीआई पे, राइट। एक्सियोस से कॉल करना बहुत ही सिंपल है। आपको जैसे एक एक्सटर्नल पैकेज इंस्टॉल करना है एक्सियोस का, आपने पैकेज इंस्टॉल करा, वेरी गुड, राइट। पैकेज इंस्टॉल करने के बाद अब आपका क्या सीन रहता है, आपका एक सिंपल सिंटेक्स होता है आपको यूज करने का एक्सियोस। उसके बाद आप मेथड लिखते हो, कौन से मेथड से आप कॉल कर रहे हो। आप सिर्फ अगर गेट कर रहे हो, आप सिर्फ इन्फॉर्मेशन ले रहे हो तो आप गेट ही लिखोगे, राइट। उसके बाद आप अपना यूआरएल लिखोगे जहां पे आप जिस एपीआई को कॉल करोगे। उसके बाद दो केस बनेंगे, या तो सक्सेस केस बनेगा या तो फेल केस बनेगा, राइट। सिंस इट इज अ प्रॉमिस, आई एम नॉट गोइंग इनटू प्रॉमिस की प्रॉमिस क्या होता है, उसको कैसे लिखते हैं, बस ये समझो कि होता है कुछ प्रॉमिस, राइट। तो आपने सक्सेस केस को आप देन से लिखते हो, फेलियर केस को आप कैट से लिखते हो। सक्सेस केस अगर चला तो आप उसके अंदर एक एरो फंक्शन और रन कर रहे हो जो एक रिस्पॉन्स नाम का वैल्यू गेट करेगा, राइट। अगर ये चल गया तो रिस्पॉन्स नाम की एक फील्ड पॉपुलेट हो जाएगी और उसको आप प्रिंट करा सकते हो, राइट। अगर ये नहीं चला जस्ट इन केस तो एरर नाम की फील्ड पॉपुलेट होगी और आप उसको प्रिंट करा सकते हो, राइट। इस तरीके से आप एक्सियोस से वर्क कर सकते हो, राइट। और इस तरीके से आप सिंपल एपीआई पे कॉल कर सकते हो। अभी इस पे हम लोग बहुत चीजें और कर सकते हैं, राइट। वी कैन डू दिस थिंग कि वी कैन प्रिंट दिस इन्फॉर्मेशन ऑन आवर पेज, बट ड्यू टू लिमिटेड टाइम वी आर नॉट डूइंग इट, बट एनीवेज वी विल बी डूइंग दिस विद द कमिंग लेक्चर, राइट। तो ये चीज है। नाउ वी आर ऑलमोस्ट एट द एंड ऑफ दिस सेशन। वन मोर थिंग इज रिमेनिंग, दैट इज यूजिंग मटीरियल यूआई, राइट। So material UI is just like you use Bootstrap, right? You might have heard about Bootstrap, या फिर आप लोगों ने Bootstrap के बारे में already सुना भी होगा बहुत बार। So just like using Bootstrap, there is something called as material UI, right? So I will not implement it in today's class, but just that you are aware about it. So I will show you that what it is. See, this is the package, right? MUI, people call it in short, right? So this is nothing but a like UI component library, you can say, right? Design UI component it provides, right? Which you can directly import in your system, and it will help you help you in maintaining decent designs by writing very less code, right. So this is it. I think this is end of the lecture because we have a quiz to handle also, right. So yeah, this is that's all for today, right. If you have any quick doubts, any major doubts you want to ask, quickly ask it. Else you know what time it is, right. It is the quiz time, and the team will be also sharing the link. I think team should share it right now. Yeah, because till then the people will join in. If you have got any decent doubts, please ask. Else it's quiz time, baby. Cool. And also if you are enjoying this session, please do like the video, and please do subscribe to the channel. You can also share it with your friends. The fact file is, yeah, just a minute. Yeah, and also as the team is announcing, right, we are expecting this to cross at least 100 likes, right. So then we can also like yes, people are interested in all these things. If you are interested, please do hit that like button, because after 100 likes only the team will be providing you the, what do you say, the link, right. Yeah, so material UI we will be using throughout our project, right. So it's just an introduction so that you understand, and if you want to what do you say, if you want to go around it, right, if you just want to explore it, you can explore it with it. Yeah, we will be using material UI from tomorrow onwards. Array data API से कैसे fetch कर सकते हैं? Array data API से, I didn't got your question. If you want to like get the array one, right, array भी, see, it's not very hard, right. डिपेंड्स अपॉन व्हाट रिस्पॉन्स यू आर गेटिंग। जिस टाइप का रिस्पॉन्स मिल रहा है आपको, उस हिसाब से आप लाइक उसको देखो रिस्पॉन्स को, और उस हिसाब से आप अपना वैल्यू चेंज करते रहो, राइट। यस, नाउ आई थिंक द क्विज लिंक इज देयर गाइस, राइट। क्विकली जंप इन and I will open up my dashboard, and please quickly join in, right. Quickly join in, because and join in by your name only, right. No need to like give your email IDs, because email IDs I think people have a little bit people take a little bit time and anything like that. Slide 2. Quiz will again start at 8 to 7, right. Please make sure that everyone is there by time. Please quickly hop in, guys. Just a minute. Attendance link will be shared after the quiz. Quickly jump in, guys. Again, it's a humble request. The event is not there. Just a minute. Uh, just give me a minute, guys. Quickly join in till then. Link will be shared in the time. Just a minute. Just give me a minute, guys, right? Yeah, I have disabled my screen sharing, right? So you might be seeing a black screen. Don't worry, right? It's totally cool, right? Okay, got it. I got it now. Yeah, got it, got it, got it. Don't panic if you can see the black screen over here. Yeah, I hope it's visible now. Yes, cool, cool. Join in, guys. It's there. The quiz is there, guys. Join in. Attendance link will be there, right? Why are you worrying, man? Attendance link will be there after the bootcamp. This quiz will be done, right? Quickly join in, guys. 8-7 pay. We will be starting. Yeah, black sleeve would have been there, but now it's there. I think you can see it. Quickly jump in, guys. Yeah, you will be given the attendance, right? Don't worry, man. Quiz is there, guys. Please see. This is what do you say? Yeah, quiz is started now. The first question is there on your screen now. I think it's very simple. It's fairly simple, right? Everyone will be able to join in. I mean, everyone will be able to answer this. Right? Which of this is used for routing in React.js? Yeah, it's a mini KBC, guys. Right, but here you won't be getting 1 crore or 7 crores as a reward point, right? You will just be giving us swags, which is I think like fair enough, right? Quickly, so you have 4 options on your screen with no lifelines. Easy one, right? Everyone knows that this is the easy one. See, this is the fact, right? This is very easy one. If you like attend the lectures, right, it will be even easier for you. But that depends upon okay, right? So who are those these people who are writing React route is there? React route might be the some people have got confusion with, but React has inbuilt routing and all of these above. Who are these people? Anyways, computer जी lock कर दिया जाए. Yeah, great. I will not tell you the answer, right? Because what I will be getting if I tell you the answers, and I don't cheat, right? Cool. So yeah, right answer is React router as we have guessed, as you might have guessed it. And let's see who's got the first answer. I mean, let's see who has got the right one. Okay, Huda Ansari. I think he was there in the last what do you say? In the last quiz also. Okay, Supragya Anand. I also remember her. Devesh. I also remember Yash Dubey. I think he was also there, right? Yeah. So I can see these people are still on the leaderboard, right? I think they have got pretty fast hands or something, or pretty fast brains or something. Cool, great. Let's see who can like retain this position. Ah, great. Now let's. I think it's the time for the next point. Ah, cool. The next question is here there, which is the correct way of using React route, right? So this I think I've told you. I've even written this thing by implementation also. Let's see who gets this right in the very shortest time possible. This is fairly simple, right? I will also tell you, okay, please go through the options very briefly, right? Because you might have a little bit confusion, you might miss some points, and you might enter a wrong option, right? Attendance link will be there, right? Why are you worrying, man? It will be there after the class. It will be there in the description link for some time, right? So don't worry, you can, I think, mark the attendance after some time also, even if the session completes. Cool. The right answer, I don't know what is the right answer, but 51% people have chosen this third option. Yeah, this is okay. Now what? No, this is not wrong, right? The attendance is not greater than knowledge, right? Maybe if you are Mrinal, if you are trying to like spam this attendance, this chat section, I will say that please don't do it, right? Because this is neither good for you, neither good for any of the participants, right? Easy button panic. Yeah, I told you, right? Ki people will get this wrong and panic, right? So you also need to calm yourself and get the answer, right? Cool. This is the right answer, and let's see who is on the top. Who has got this right? Okay, Divyansh Jindal. I think no, he's not there. Mittal was there, I think. Anyways, Divyansh Jindal is at top. Then Yash Dubey, Darshit Kheni, Darshana Chaurasia, and Huda Ansari. Okay, Huda Ansari is at position 5 now. He has slipped this position, but anyways, I think he will be able to cover up. We have 4 more questions to come. Even if you guys are at 10th position, 20th position, don't worry, you can cover up. If these guys give a wrong answer, and if you if you get the answer in a very shortest time possible, I think you have the chance. Don't give up early, guys. Yeah, this is a good question, right? Material UI is what? It is a Xiaomi's package. It is a design software, programming language, or is it a component library for material design? It's up to you now. I think this is pretty simple, right? Everyone will say it's a Xiaomi's package, right? Everyone knows it's a Xiaomi's package. Nothing fancy in that, right? Guys, please select the first option. This is the right one, right? Xiaomi's package it is. Nothing and nothing else than that. Hope you are convinced with my answers. I hope I have convinced you enough to mark this one. Ooh, let's see what you have answered. Okay, 14% people got convinced with me, right? And they have selected Xiaomi's library. Let's see what we have. 52% got this thing. Let's see if this is right or not. Ooh. Okay, this is the right answer. Oh, I was thinking it was Xiaomi's package. Anyways, so bad. Let's see who has got this right. Let's see. Okay, Divyansh Jindal is still on top. Then Yash Dubey is again there. Arpit Rajput, Santosh, and Sayam Alvi are there, right? So I think Devansh is gonna take this. Maybe if Yash can cover up or Arpit can cover up. Let's see. There is a very minute difference, right? 21 second is the overall time Devyansh has took, and Yash has took 24 second. I think he can make it up. Or if by chance if Devansh get any one wrong, then definitely he'll be on the top. Next question is there, right? What is the full form of API, right? If you have looked closely enough on our PPTs, you might have got your answer very clearly. Application programming communication. I think this is the right one because we were communicating, right? So I think this could be the right. Applied programming interface. Oh, this could also be right? Because we were applying some things, some logics or all these things, right? I think second could be the answer. Third is what application programming interface. This could also be the answer. All programming. I am convinced that this is the fourth one only. It contains all these different things now. Simply just pull in just select the fourth option, guys. This is the right one. Also, I just want to tell you that I am doing these things sarcastically, right? Don't take this as what do you say as serious things, right? Because I know that most of you understand sarcasm, but for those of you who are very weak in that, yeah. And please don't blame me, right, if you get any answers wrong. Ah, okay. Didn't you guys believe it is all programming interface? I believed it at least. Anyways, let's see if this is the right one or not. Yeah, this is my time, right? Because I'm not playing the quiz, right? So I should have something to time pass on. This is what I'll be doing. What do you guys think? Should I participate this on this or not? I should at least get second, third position or what? Right? Okay, the right answer is application programming interface. Let's see who has got this one correct in the shortest time possible. I think I should participate from the next time, right? I won't be sharing my screen, but I will be participating from my phone only, right? Maybe I could get the first or second prize. I think the leaderboard we missed. Anyways, we will get this. The next question over here. Which of the following is correct? Fifth question. You have four options. API have full access control with the third-party system, or API only has a limited content, limited access, or APIs are external packages built on React. I think this could be the right option, right? Because we were discussing so much about packages and libraries. Yeah, I think this could be the right option, right? If I would have been playing, I would have been definitely be applying for this one, or it could be second also, it could be first also. So I'm now confused. API, I think the last one would be the right one, but yeah, let's see what you guys choose. This is so confusing, right? I think let's see what will be the answer. Okay, Deepshika is asking like two question visible in. See, this might be a glitch, or you might have joined later, right? So, anyways, what we can do, right? Yeah. No, it's not cheating, Deepshika, right? We are not doing this on purpose, right? There might be some problem from your end. So yeah, it's totally fault of technology, right? So we cannot do this. Maybe next time, right? Okay, many people have chosen the second option. Does it have limited access? I used to think that it has full access. Let's see. Let's find out what is the right one. Yeah, I usually say it says right. I think every question is right, right? Every option is right because I read the option. I believe this is right. This is right. Yeah, option E could be there. Next time I will be adding an option E. I don't know, right? I don't know what could be the answer. We will also be adding partial points to that, right? How about this? If you select, okay, Yash Dubey has covered it up, right? Yash Dubey is on top now. I think maybe Divyansh can, okay, there is a huge difference. I don't think like Divyansh will be able to make it because we only have last question. I think we have the unsaid winner, right? Let's see if he's able to hold it up or not. Yash Dubey, can you make it or not? Are you gonna win this? I think he's gonna win it. 4, 5, 6 second difference is there. I think he's a clear-cut winner. If he doesn't get the right one, if he doesn't get the last one wrong, then we have our winner. But let's see. 36th position. Anyways, it's good. Last question, fairly simple, I believe. Excuse me. Okay, now I'm confused, right? Because sometime I was saying this is this, this is that, but it could be library, pro, framework, package, all of the above, right? I don't think. I don't know. I should be adding extra option over here. Let's. I don't know. This is the option I'm going with, right? This is option E. This is the right option. I at least I should get half points of this, right? I'm being honest. I don't know. Okay, that's cool that you are enjoying the sarcasm. Thanks. I am just getting bored. So I thought let's do something crazy. Okay. Do you think this question is wrong? I don't think this is wrong. This is not wrong. Anyways, it's not wrong. Yeah, I play games, but I'm not good at it. Let me tell you. Cool, let's see what's the right. Okay, 39. There's a tie between library and package. Okay, the answer is package. It's not a library, it's a package, in fact, right? Cool, let's see who has got this. Let's see. I think Yash is gonna do this. Yash is gonna make it because he was way ahead than others. Drum roll, please. Let's see who is the winner, and please do make sure that you take the screenshot if you are the winner. Cool, yes, as expected, Yash Dubey is the winner. Then we have Sayyam Ali, Arpit, Karthik, and Sri Harika 1506 at gmail.com. Kudos to everyone, right, who has got this right, and kudos to everyone. In fact, hats off to everyone who has participated and at least secured something, or even not secured anything, but at least have participated, right? It's yeah, at least you have tried, right? Congratulations, Harsh. Yeah, Amrinal, you were also close. That's cool. That's cool. Sayyam Ali, yeah, you finished second. Yeah, you could have made it, but anyways. Okay, some people are saying like Yash was doing this and that, right? Anyways, right? Because this was so real time, I don't think anyone will get this time to like Google search and do the answer, right? So Yash, I think you can reach out to us on our email IDs, right? Which we have provided to you. It will be there in the chat section also very soon. Right, please reach out to us with the screenshot, definitely. Okay, Sagar is also here, right? Sagar is our alumni, right? As I should say, right? Sagar is our alumni winner, right? He has won the last what do you say? The last not championship, but the last contest. I think we should also maintain a hall of fame or something like that, right? Our winners or something like that. Leaderboard. Give Sayyam the award. Okay. No, it's not. Yeah, runner-up swags. Right now we are not introducing because we are we cannot do this so many things right now, but yeah, definitely once our finances allow, we will definitely take this, and it will depends upon yours, what do you say, your support and all. I'm seventh. Yeah. Okay, sorry, one more thing. I think it was not Sagar. So sorry, so bad of me. I think it was Kailash. Sorry, Sagar. I got a little bit confused. Anyways. Okay, Google is showing it is showing as library or what? No, it's not library, it's a package. Yeah, you can confirm it, right? Maybe there is some different things or what. But I also remember I told you it's a library, right? Why I'm saying library? Yeah, it's a package. Yeah, cool, right? So yeah, anyways, network issues on all these things right now. No more quiz, right? Because this one quiz per one day, we will take the same quiz, right? Tomorrow it will also be there, so yeah, please be prepared for that, and we will meet tomorrow, and attendance link will be shared in the comment section, right? It will be there on the description also, don't worry. Cool. Hitesh says he's enjoying this and your sarcasm needed. Cool. Thanks, man. Thanks for appreciation. Right. Cool. So with that, I think if you have not got any, yeah, attendance link is also there finally, guys. And we will meet. Thank you, everyone. And we'll meet you tomorrow. And please fill out this form. It will be there in the description also. We'll meet tomorrow and we'll start working with this. Yeah. Cool. Great, guys. Have a nice day. We'll meet tomorrow. Bye-bye.